What's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker. And I got my co-host with me, at least for the night, with me, Drico at the EYSN. And he's known for throwing a lot of events for the kids and stuff like that. But go ahead and let them know, for those who don't, just a little bit more about what you do, Drico.
Yes, sir. What's going on, bro?
Uh,
Appreciate you for having me.
yes, sir.
But this Drico, man, Drico with Elite Youth Sport Network, EYSN. Like I say, EYSN for the win. You know, we do tournaments, we do award ceremonies, we do you name it, whatever you can think of with the youth, we do it. Mentoring. I actually coach. We do give backs. We do school give. We do a lot.
hmm
We do a lot. We do write ups. So we really like the number one national. The number one right now. We haven't went national, but we the number one recruiting platform for the youth.
Okay. All
So
right.
that's
So
what you got up behind you, behind us.
absolutely, man. So we're gonna talk about those rankings and the stars and stuff, in a little bit. But yeah, I've basically being introduced to you going to one of your events was pretty successful. If you ask me, how long have you been doing that in general?
This is my fourth year.
Okay,
Yeah, this is my fourth year. I started out with the group I'm coaching. We started out at 5U, but I didn't start the platform until 7U. So
okay.
yeah,
So
7U, 8U, 9U. Yeah, this is my fourth year.
all right. So are you more focused on like the younger ones, or are you trying to be like involved with all ages?
My main focus be like from this year rising 10U down to 5U.
Okay.
Like I said, I started with this group, this 10U group, this rising 10U group when they was 7. I've been coaching with this group since 5.
Right.
So I'm just basically growing with that group and everything under. I'm riding with it. And by the time it get to 12 and I get me a nice staff, I'm looking to expand and go national.
Okay, man. So look, this one is just a little slight. It's gonna be a slight rant. We're gonna talk about it. Because I want to include you because you on the other end of the spectrum, right? So California is my hometown, right? And
Mhm.
and I just know a lot that goes on out there. So as I've named in here, the reason Cali is, football is falling behind. And matter of fact, I just want to ask you, like, what are some of the teams that you know in California in general?
California, when I hear California, I hear OG Ducks. I hear OC Buckeyes at the older age groups. I hear really most of the older age groups. You don't really hear much about Cali on the younger age group. Uh, who else? Last year I heard about IB Braves, and then like 2 years ago I heard about like the South Bay 49ers.
Okay.
But that's probably it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Cali got way more teams than that.
No, they got way more teams, but I just think, like in general, bro, it's a lot of stuff that needs to happen that's not. And the other team is LA Rampage. So can't forget Jaden Jefferson.
Facts.
He actually won it twice, nationals.
Yeah, I
So
remember them too.
right. So the reason why, man, I'm going off on Cali right now, man, is because I think they don't get it. Because when you look at places like Atlanta, Georgia in general, right? You
Uh
see
huh.
a lot of, I mean, there's some disagreements and stuff like that, but you see more camaraderie. You can look at, remember when they was rapping, when they were just doing a whole bunch of things collectively, right? When
Hmm.
y'all team went out to go play, y'all rooted for them, even though they were y'all arch nemesis, y'all rival at home,
Yeah.
right? In California, they don't have that. Everybody wants to be the man, bruh.
Yeah.
And shout out to Gino too. I want to shout out to Gino because Gino had a clinic, a free clinic that he basically invited a lot of people to. Right, I think there were some NFL coaches that were there, and they dropped the ball. Nobody wanted to go there. Nobody actually took the time to do any of that. So when I say falling behind, man, I'm talking about these a lot of these coaches don't even look at the best teams that are in the country, that's being considered in the country. They're playing at home and then kind of beating up on each other when they really not measuring the stick as high as it should be. You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm looking at it, bro, I'm just like disappointed that they just don't see the whole method behind being successful. The Bay Area has a lot of talent, but they don't go nowhere because you got a lot of these coaches, these parents, they are too selfish, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't get it. But yeah, man, how do you think Georgia end up being like the top teams in the nation? How you think they end up getting to that plateau?
Because we love this stuff, bro. Like we love it. Like we play football. We live football. What's that? Somebody said you that was E.T. the producer.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying like you gotta dream. I mean, you gotta breathe it. You gotta eat it. You gotta dream it. Like that's what we do down here in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the Atlanta area. Like we football year round. When you think about baseball, track, soccer, hockey, whatever you want to think about these other sports, we do those sports and we're good at those sports. But for the most part, throughout all those sports, we still talking about football.
Absolutely. And I'm a testament to that. I can agree. I can attest to that. It's just literally all around. But
Yeah,
like in California, I think a lot of them they're catching up on that aspect. I think they're doing the 7-on-7s and stuff like that. But when it comes to the main thing is we're not clicking, which is like they feel like you gotta agree with them in order to somehow build with each other. And that's not the case. That's not the case out here. Out here, everybody don't like each other, but they have
facts.
a consensus amongst each other that the
Yeah.
kids need to, you know, that we need to get along for the sake of the kids. Now we got
Hmm.
some parents that just out of control, but for the most part, everybody is doing their part. Everybody is like bigging their teams up. In California, where I was gonna actually start at, Drico, I wasn't charging nobody, bruh. And they still couldn't find it in their heart to support in no type of way. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay gone from that type of culture. I don't want to be around it. If they continue to be a crap, then that's it, bro. And not to downplay just Cali in general, but at the same time, they gotta understand, bro, what's holding them back. And I think a lot of people ego is way higher than what's I guess in store or what's best for the kids, bro. Because like a lot of times, man, when you don't know something, man, you need to try to learn, bro. They not even try to learn none of that, bro. And that's the part where it saddens me. So when you go to OG Ducks, bro, they got a program to where those kids that play like in the 13, 14U, bro, they got somewhere. They got the modern days. They got the Cal Polys. They got all these other teams that you can go to and play for. And I want to say the same is out here in Georgia because they got some colleges like even if they may not want the child later, they're looking at them at the youth level. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I just think, bro, that they kind of backwards, man. What's up, Coach Tim? But yeah, man. What are some of the things, bro, that you look forward to or hope that people implement within youth football?
With talking about nationally, or you talking about in the state of Georgia?
It could be both, to be honest.
Oh, Georgia. We'll start at Georgia. What I feel like they need to implement. Um, I just feel like a different mindset, and when I say that, I mean like I said the last show. The everybody need to know their role and play their role. The parents need to know their role, play their role. Coaches need to know their role, play their role. Uh, the event host or the organizers or whoever you want to call it, the promoters, whatever you want to call them. Everybody need to know their role. Everybody need to play their role, and I can say that on the national level too, for real. Because a lot of people overstep their boundaries and they be doing stuff. You be like, that ain't even your place. Why are you even implementing that? Like, what? Why are you even saying something about? You don't
Right.
have nothing to do with that.
Right. Oh, I
But
see a
that's where we
lot of
be
that.
getting a lot of them problems from, especially from them parents. Like you just inserted yourself in the coach's shoes. You know nothing about.
Right.
Like,
Right. And that's what I tell them. I say, man, look, since y'all all want to have an opinion on how I coach or what I do, and all that other stuff, won't y'all just come out here? That'll
it's
make it,
volunteer. It's
yeah,
volunteer work. Sign up. It's
that'll make it
free.
the most simplest way. If you got
Man,
a
I ain't gonna
problem,
lie. Before I started coaching, I was just around and like my nephew, my little brothers, and just seeing them play. And I was that same guy on the sideline, like, man, that coach don't know what he doing. Oh, why he ain't so and so and so so and so. So once I finally started coaching, I'm like, oh, this is different.
mhm,
You gotta have all 22 kids, all in sync, all
mhm,
22 parents, all 40, whatever, 44 parents, if you want to name, whatever. You got to have all these people on one page. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Hey, but it's one part that you missing though, Drico. The part that you missing is that you actually went to coach.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
a lot of the people they ain't they just want to talk, but they not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
come
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
there.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? They not gonna sit there and give up their day to come coach, they child up. Now you got some parents that's
Some that do.
at the practice, right? You
Yeah.
got some,
And
but
some,
the
the ones that
majority,
do, man, like majority of them, that's where you hear that turn dirty ball.
oh
That's where you
yeah,
hear that. Because
oh yeah.
a lot of them get in and they think, oh, I'm gonna do everything, I'm gonna run everything through this kid, my kid.
Hey, Coach Tim said, he said, I have a question for you and your guest. How do you think Georgia would do if they couldn't recruit from pretty much the whole state instead of their local area? Oh, that's a good question.
Oh man. I still think we'll be the top. I think we'll be the top. We still be the top in the nation. We just bred different. We just
I
bred
don't
different.
know, man. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to kind of disagree, man, because I'm feeling like now that Coach brought it up, I'm feeling like y'all feeling like some of the talent is elsewhere. Because otherwise, why wouldn't y'all just seek out the players in Georgia?
Man, you get people from Georgia. I mean, a lot of these teams, a lot of these kids come from these other states because they want to be a part of what we're doing because we done came down there and beat them with what we had.
Hmm.
Before we start recruiting out of town kids, you gotta remember, Ducks, they had all Georgia kids. Dream Team, they had all Georgia kids. Coach P, all Georgia kids. Coach Hilton, all Georgia kids. Reggie, all them. Mark, all them. Before they really got this big old name with this Georgia stuff, we
Hmm.
had Georgia kids. It's just once we went out and we came and put that Georgia swag on the nation wanted to rock with Georgia.
Right. I mean, I feel it. I think honestly, I still think they'd be good. But it seemed like Florida's best is just a little better than Georgia's best. If you ask me,
Nah.
I'm saying when it gets to the older crowd, it just seemed like for the
Even the
last
older
three.
crowd, even see what you was talking about with California. That's what we're dealing with on the older age groups here in Georgia. You got 5, 6 teams with 15. I mean, you got 5, 6 teams. Just say this 12U, this up and coming 12U with Lambo.
Mhm.
They had 30 some kids last year. Out of them 30 kids, probably about 15 of them go to middle school ball.
Mm.
Then you got ATL Elite, same thing. ABA, same thing. You got teams around, right? But instead of them teams just all coming together and putting the best coaching staff together, that one coaching staff gonna be like, man, we've been winning or we've been the best in this age group. Y'all ain't beat us. So we gonna just rock with what we rock with, and we'll pick up 2 or 3 along the line and go down there and we ain't fully loaded.
Right.
When you seen Red Breed when Mark was fully loaded with Georgia, what he come down there to do at the 12 and 13U?
Man, Rare Breed was actually
Handle
a
business.
different breed. They is even with all these stacked teams that Coach Mark, I still think Bolden Walker and them had the better team out of all of them assembled. Who you think was the better Rare Breed team out of all of them?
Ooh. Uh that's yeah, I like that first group. I like that second group cold though. That second group cold, but that first group was crazy.
Yeah.
Look, Lil Shy, JB, Bo, Big Tank. Man, the list go on and on, guy. Well, you can
Right.
name what's his name? The wild Duper.
Duper.
Man, bro, they CJ, they was loaded, bro.
Man, number 12 was a dog.
Bruh.
That dude was a dog on
EJ,
that D line. EJ.
bruh.
Hey, Kosi was
Bruh,
cold, bro. Like I didn't
bruh.
even know. I didn't even know, bro. He could play quarterback just as good as JB.
JB, yeah.
Yeah, because he had JB starting. So I'm
JB
like,
was
man,
starting because JB been with him since like 9, 10 U.
yeah, but he came
No,
in one of them
JB probably
games.
a little bit earlier than that.
Look, he came in one of them games, man. JB wasn't doing too good, man. Coasted had to come and save it, man. I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, man, this dude. I'm like, I didn't even know. Like,
But
I
see,
just think,
as you see now, JB is an athlete. You can
mm-hmm,
stick him at quarterback and he do the job, but you can put JB anywhere on the field,
for
and
sure,
you gonna know JB out there.
for sure. I
See,
seen him at
EJ
Westlake,
just
bro.
flourished at quarterback.
And that's how you look. That's how you brag a little bit, because like I say, man, with Coach Mark, some people may not give him credit, but I think he prepared them really for the next level. So when
Oh
they go
yeah,
to high school, a lot of them already prepared, so that's why they end up being like starters and stuff. So I think Coach Mark has started something like he kind of, if you ask me, right, and it's no disrespect to the coach, Sean Moffitt, and all them other stuff. When I look at a Coach Mark, I'm looking at somebody like a Phil Jackson. And the reason why I say this is because he can get the best talent and still maximize the best talent to win it. Because you've seen
he done
in a
put that.
lot of in a lot of different teams, bro, that had the best. They couldn't do nothing with them. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They didn't have it.
Facts,
They didn't have the players' attention or nothing.
facts,
But
facts.
with Coach Mark, with him winning, he demand your attention and
Facts.
he demands greatness from you. The best that you can give at that age level. So that's why I always tell people, look, man, I don't agree with the fact that people, get like all the best talent because you minimize the teams that you play against, right? So because remember when I first came, I seen what it was East Metro, it was
Tucker,
Tucker,
Rucker
ABA,
Wall, ABA,
yeah, Falcons,
Falcons
right?
United.
You had all those teams, bro, and they
Yeah,
were evenly yoked. You know what I'm saying? They were just as good as the other team. And so they were so good that Battle had to choose the best three.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of them can go, but we got to say, okay, damn, which one is the best three out of these, out of these 8 teams,
Mm-hmm.
6 to 8 teams. So it's like, man, I think now everybody is playing to go national, but I don't think everybody is ready to play national. But then also the people that are playing that are good and going to play for coaches, they're not getting developed. You feel what I'm saying? So
No,
like
facts.
they just naturally carrying the team.
It's a lot of that going on, bro. And like with me, I see a lot of that with All Star. When I do my All Star team and I recruit these kids from all different teams, and you see these kids doing their thing with like when you just see them at the games, they scoring touchdowns, they blocking, they tackling, all of the good stuff. And you get them together and you be like, all right, guys, get a 9 you group together or a 10 you group together and be like, all right, let's run the cover 3. And all the kids looking at you like you speaking another language. Or you be like, hey, let's hey, you one of the best running backs, man. Let's go 24 power.
Mhm.
And he looking at you like, what is 24 power?
Right.
These guys literally be saying, hey, Juju, go left. You get the ball, go left. Score. Go score a touchdown. Instead of like really teaching the fundamentals. And that's what like Rare Breed and Mark them pride themselves on. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Minus Coach Hilton right now, his staff, Mark them got the best staff. Mark them got the best staff in the nation.
Right. Yeah. So and another team, and I gotta always give him credit too. Coach Reggie. because he's the one that like started, and him and his coaching staff helped build up, RDU and stuff like that. So he's one that's good at developing kids. And then I give it to, and I'm always say that, and Coach Cal he probably gonna call me after this or whatever. But like I give it to Coach Kier, Coach Lou and them, because they've been to maybe 3 or 4 different teams.
Yeah.
And each of them has been
And see, that's the
national.
thing. That's the thing right there, bro. Like when you can do it on different levels, and I be thinking like I'm like, why don't nobody really give Reggie the credit he deserves? Reggie got the most national. Well, I think Mark tied with him now, but Reggie got the most national championships, right? Why don't people give him his credit? Why don't give him respect? But then Reggie jumped back down last year and he made it to national, but it wasn't like you would expect for a coach like that with all those wins. A lot of people expected him to go and win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the win now coach. I mean, win now era, win now coaching.
Hey, now that you say that, man, what do you think about the parents that keep team hopping just for wins?
You
What
don't
do you say
win,
to them?
you don't win, you lose. You lose everything. You don't just lose a game, you lose everything.
But that's cold, bro, because I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you why. The team, see, some coaches literally coach.
Yeah.
Some team, like for instance, and that's unfortunate because you can have somebody like Coach G, right, from Welcome All Panther. This man has a very very proven resume, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if he doesn't win,
He
you will
loses
have
kids.
yes, and that's unfortunate because he's another person that developed those kids.
Facts.
I've seen him, take the time out to talk to the kids over and over and over again, and as patient as can be.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that can teach you, schemes and teach you what to do and stuff like that. That's why some of these parents, they wonder how like the players that end up going to the NFL was never the players that were actually the top players in the league at one point. They just were with a coach that literally took the time with them, and they were just working on the fundamentals, working on the development, working on the stuff. And then that player that was extra good in youth football,
Peak out.
yes, he
Yeah.
peak out.
Yeah.
When he go to high school, he no longer the same.
Yeah.
So now,
And you know why?
Why?
Because that kid just been gifted. He was born with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was born with it. And once you get to high school and you a kid that come from a team like we were just saying, they say, hey, little Juju, run left and score. Now you got to go to a team where they saying, hey, little Juju, you got number 2 receiver. You got the alley, or just talking football. Now little Juju, he lost. And now his eyes is like, and then it's like, as a kid, you got to understand, if a kid don't know something and he ain't used to somebody correcting him, a kid gonna shut down and go another way.
Oh, that's bad for business right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I don't agree with parents interfering with coaches. Now I disagree when you calling them B words and all that stuff. Now that's different, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You can criticize a child without being disrespectful to him,
Facts.
right? But like, you got parents that interfere with the player, and then they create a mindset within the player to entitlement, to make them entitled. And like, bro, I just seen a video today where the coach was talking about, man, look, man, now what we're doing is we're looking at the parents, because we tired of it.
Yeah,
we tired of it.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, man, these kids, they not only shut down for that reason, but they shut down because they also feel entitled.
Man, I ain't gonna say I blame the coaches, but the coaches get blamed on that parent situation too, because we gotta get back to how it was. Like when I was growing up and I played, bro, like my mom dropped me off, my coach take me home, or my mom picked me up, or whatever. And my mom or my dad or nobody else had no say so.
Mm-hmm.
You come with that, they gonna kick the kid off the team, and now it's nowhere else you can go because the word done got around like, hey, that's a bad parent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a zero tolerance. Nowadays, it's like, boy, that kid's so good, we're gonna just take him, but we forget all the BS. Forget all what we heard. We're gonna take that kid because that kid good. Damn, what did mama say?
And that's the crazy part, because like I was telling Fanatic that the same thing. I said, you know what? If the coaches wanted to stop this, they could. But the selfishness of the coach often kicks in, because now if because like I was saying, if the player end up going to a different organization, automatically that coach should be asking, hey, why are you not playing for such and such? Okay,
But
let me call him.
that
And,
go
and
back, that go back to what we were just saying about the California thing, right?
uh-huh.
The coaches got these personal little beefs or whatever you want to call it, or the personal I'm bigger than him. He ain't gonna do it right. Another man trash, all that BS. So he not even going in and calling that coach and being like, hey man, what's up with this kid? Why did he leave y'all?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
just looking at it like, oh, that coach, sorry, he'll not a coach anyway. We gonna show you how to do it better. And now that kid become a problem when you don't give them what they want, and it's the same problem that happened over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's unfortunate, because now, like I said, it's gonna hurt the kid in the long run, and then the person that benefit from that is the coaches, and because when he get older, that means that that same attitude that they never corrected is going to carry on to high school. If the high school coach don't kick him off, college for damn sure gonna kick him
Oh
off,
man, yeah,
because they not gonna tolerate that. That's why I say, man, they interviewing parents now.
facts.
And
Man, nah, it's like I was talking to somebody the other day about Ron Clark Academy,
uh-huh.
and they acceptance, they little whole little they the way they do it, they interview the kids. I'm
Mm.
like, why are y'all interviewing the kids? But then I thought, you okay, if I ask a kid a certain question, the kids ain't gonna they don't know how to lie. So
Mm-hmm.
the kids gonna be like they're gonna be blatantly honest. And they're gonna tell you, like, if you ask a kid, hey, why you do this? A kid gonna tell you straight up why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just ask just different characteristic questions or whatever, you will pick up and see what the kid's doing wrong. So now if I remove all the problematic kids away from this classroom, now this classroom can learn. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
If I
right,
have
right.
nothing but kids is eager to learn what I'm teaching, they gonna all learn, and now it looks better on my school because the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But let me go back to this one. He says, I mean, he typed this a while ago. He said, I mean, when I was in Jersey and coaching youth football, we could only recruit from our local area. You didn't have all the recruiting from the whole state, let alone out of state. So yeah, man, I think it's actually good. It still give a player a chance you know, um, to travel and experience where living in other areas and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And also, I think if they're able to do it, it would be something that everybody that's planning a national schedule, that they can also indulge in. So it's not just a thing to where one state can do it. Everybody can do it. So the best man win at the end
Right.
of the day. But so I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, man, you can't claim to have the best players in the state and then go outside of the state. Now, I'm gonna say that part.
Man, it was like that. It was like that here in Georgia, where like I said, when I played, you have to like whichever zip code on your parents' address or whoever signed you up,
Hmm.
it would have to be the same zip code. Like I played for College Park, I would have to have a College Park zip code. I played for Hateville, I had to play have a Hateville zip code.
Absolutely.
So it was
Yep.
that way then,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. The game has evolved, man. It's a new way.
Yeah. But do you agree with it or you disagree?
Uh, man, I can't be the one that's saying like I don't agree with it because I can't change it.
Right,
So
right.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm adapting to it, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get to meet, different kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And sometimes, man, I'll say this too. I don't believe the player leaves if they get what they need at home. And I'm gonna
Nah,
just be
some people
honest.
can be getting what they need at home, but even what you need at home ain't enough.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Somebody
But
might
that
offer a
that's
little more.
something that can be a great situation. That can be a team where the coach has a proven track record that he's developed and he's put kids through multiple multiple situations, or he got this kid to high school, pro, college, all of that stuff. And a parent still be like, "Hey, well, my son ain't get the ball enough, or my son didn't get the recognition from EYSN enough." You know what I'm saying? And they'll leave.
Man, hey.
That's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad, bro. It's
yeah.
bad.
He says, "Thank you." Some coaches actually coach, some not. Not all about the wins, and it's about developing better kids for life and beyond that. And that's the thing too, Drico. I don't think a lot of what's being taught is translated outside of the football field. Because like when you get a lot of these players, man, the only thing they know is football. And so when football is over with, a lot of times they get in trouble. And I think that equates to a lot of coaches only interacting with the kids outside of only interacting with the kids at the football game instead of outside. What's your grades like? How are you doing this? Are you eating at home? Are you doing what you're supposed to? Because one thing that I know is that the coaches has the players most undivided attention
Man,
more than
facts.
anybody when it comes
Facts.
to this football stuff and just life in general. So when they're not teaching this type of stuff, I think that it's doing I think it's doing the kids a disservice.
Facts.
That's why I don't think it should just be X's and O's. It
Facts.
got to be conversations with these kids
Facts.
on how they doing,
Facts.
outside of that,
Facts.
and I don't think that's happening. I
Nah,
think
nah,
they
it's not a lot of places, bro. Like I just sent the I got like a group chat with my boys, like with my
Mhm.
kids, and I just sent like that message that Dion sent to his players. I just sent that message in, and I'm making my job to like tell them boys I love them damn near every practice, every time I get, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't even hear that, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
A lot of these kids be going through a lot of stuff that we don't even understand,
Mhm.
or we may even understand, but we just so caught up in the hype and caught up
Mhm.
in these wins, and we not even tending to these kids for real.
Right. Right. And that's why I always say the coaches get what they want, but a lot of times these players they don't. And that's why I gotta say, man, when it comes to the game of football and it comes to life, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, man. Because I understand a lot of these kids ain't able, and I know some of these parents ain't able. They just too afraid to admit it. I'm gonna just say this though. A lot of times, man, appreciation can get y'all, whether you have money or not. Being grateful and showing appreciation will get you very far in life.
Nah,
And this is
facts,
the message to the parents. You ain't got to have all the money all the time. When people understand that, and you got a beautiful personality and attitude, you're going to make somebody want to help you in any way.
facts,
A lot of times, these parents' attitude be so messed up and crappy that you make a person don't even care,
facts,
not even want to help you.
facts.
So that's why I be looking at like, man, do these parents actually understand that a
Man, one
good
thing, bro, I saw this message earlier. I ain't gonna say the person's name or whatever, but I didn't saw this before a lot, and I get this a lot with me doing ranking. Um, but I saw a parent say, "Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to rank my kid. You don't have to put my kid on no list. Matter of fact, put him at the bottom of the list. We good." What?
That's crazy.
What?
That's
So
crazy.
so if had I not mentioned your kid, then it would have been an issue. So it's a lose-lose situation, and that's what you. So just think about it. If you're talking about preparing these kids for uh for the next level, if you go and tell on three like y'all don't rank my kid, don't worry about it. You think on three not gonna communicate that to EYSN? I mean the ESPN. You think they're not gonna communicate that to 24/7?
Right.
You
Right.
think they're not gonna communicate that? Now your kid not even gonna be looked at. Those are the ones you want your kid to be in front of.
Right. Hey, Drico, I don't know if you was able to tune in yesterday, man. I went over. Me and Fanatic went over some of Alex B2C.
That's why I
Top
saw that
50.
at too. So you must know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So top 50, man, and it was like, look, man. At the end of the day, what I'm doing is actually giving these babies a lot of exposure, and you don't know how many people is in my DMs asking can they be a part of it, asking can I compare them and stuff like that. It's for them.
Right.
I wish the parents would literally take the emotions out of it, because at the end of the day, bro, when if somebody is not messing over the kids, I mean, I'm cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got people measuring each other, and that's not the way to go. Because because like I might not be able to do as much for you as this person. You know what I'm saying? This person may have it right now, so he may be able to do a little bit more. But be grateful that I thought about y'all enough.
Exactly.
I thought about y'all. That's
Exactly.
that's that's why I made the statement. Being appreciative and grateful will make a person make up for where they lacked at one
Come on,
point.
man.
You feel what I'm saying?
Come
But
on,
when you
man.
like, man, look, I don't, nah, man, I ain't taking it. Oh, I ain't doing that. Oh, I ain't doing. And it's like, hold on, you forgot? It's millions of kids. You think I gotta focus on yours?
But then you think about it, right? What I was thinking about too. The man just had a camp. The man just had a camp, right? Going
Mm-hmm.
to compete just had a camp.
Mm-hmm.
This is to see you face to face. And all of those people that said, hey, why my kid wasn't ranked here? Why my kid wasn't there? Them kids wasn't there at that camp.
Mm.
That's how you get in their face.
And that
Like,
goes back to what I was saying, Drico. They not doing their due diligence.
come on, man.
You
They
can't.
want us to do everything for them. They don't want
Mhm.
to do nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They want us to do everything for them.
And that ain't gonna happen.
No,
That's not gonna happen. That's
they
that's
just gonna be the
unfair.
ones sitting on the couch saying, "Hey, he always hated on my kid." All right, and the
Hey,
ones that I didn't hate on that you so called claim I love, them kids doing great.
let me
It is what it is.
then let me say this. Let me just name a couple things, right? So y'all want us to find your kid, because a lot of
Mhm.
times when a kid don't get ranked, we don't really know much of them. We tell y'all to send us information about your kid. We could check them out.
That
So
stuff is in
y'all
my
so
bio.
so
Send
look,
film.
so y'all want us to excuse me. So y'all want us to go search for your kid, do the editing for the kids, make the flyer for the kids, um, um, go film the kids,
Promote the
throw
kid.
the events for the kids, promote the kids, right? All these things. Y'all want us to do all these things when you could just say, you know what? Hey, here's my son. Check him out. This is his highlight. Blah blah blah. I think he belong here. Blah blah blah. Do y'all got an event that I can go to? It's simple.
Yeah.
And that's why that's another thing I tell people. I say, look, it's of your benefit to follow all pages of people that's in social media and people that are throwing events. Why
Yeah.
is that important?
Oh man. Lagged out. Yo, kid. Nah, but man, like just to keep it going and what he was talking about, man. we y'all have to start doing y'all own due diligence. Y'all have to do better for these babies, man. Y'all can't expect us to do every single thing. And no, it's not about the money, but y'all don't even offer the money. Like y'all got to do better. Like more of the story. Y'all have to do better. You want better, do better. Moral of the story. We can go on and on about this stuff. Um, but again, I feel like we're doing our part. Can we get better? Can we do better? Of course. Anybody can do better. You know what I'm saying? Like we all can do better. But y'all like we all have to start taking accountability too and start doing our parts, upholding our own and stop trying to look for a way out or another way like y'all have to stop looking for another way. Everybody always trying to reinvent the wheel, man. Let it go. The wheel is already invented. Let's keep going. But let me see. Say thank you, Ken. Some coaches asking coach, it's not all about the wins, it's about developing the kids for life beyond football. Now that's facts. That's facts. And I think a lot of coaches get caught up in the wins and the losses and forget the that it's real life outside of football. When the kids no longer have that opportunity to play the game of football, it's real life. And a lot of them be lost because nobody ever taught them much. Uh, I was trying to keep it going. There we go.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell that thing just started tripping.
It just lagged out. I'm like, my man gone. I tried to keep it going. I talked a little.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, bro. Man, I just
Parents got
think
to do their part, man. They got to uphold their own, man.
absolutely, man. So I'll say this. For those who just need to, make sure that they kid get maximized, like I was saying, man, follow all of the social media platforms, bro. You can't go wrong.
And
You
don't
can't go
follow
wrong.
them just to bash them.
Yeah,
Like,
just like I mean, you got my platform, you got EYSN, right? You got the Seal Sports, you got Warzone, you got B2C. I mean, you got BRL, like bro, you got Born Chaser, you
it's a
got
lot.
you got a lot of these
You have a
platforms
lot.
that y'all need to be following. You got Sports Fanatic, you got Alert Sports, you got my boy Amp Quality,
Yeah.
and these guys are going to help you.
You got R&R. You got, man, it's so many, bro. It's a lot, bro.
So like man, when we do these, like had these type
Georgia
of
Real.
Georgia Real, shout out to him. Oh, Alex,
Capture a Star.
Capture a Star. You got
Thank
Capture a Star. Like you got a lot of these platforms that y'all need to be following and need to see how y'all get posted. See how and your video got to be of quality though. It definitely got to be of quality. Don't just have don't just send a video to where you're about 100 or 300 feet away and we can barely see what's going on.
you.
Not those type of videos.
Or a video that you recorded, but you watching the game at the game. You're not watching it through the phone. Well,
Right.
you got the mama like, go baby, go, and you
Yeah.
missed the whole play, mama.
Right.
How what you what,
We can't
what
do
you want
nothing
me to
with
do with that?
that. We can't do nothing. We can't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I think for the most part though, as I get ready to, um close out, I say this, man. California, y'all gotta understand. Oh, precision shots. That person too. Like y'all got
Yeah,
a lot of people y'all need to be following.
yeah.
But uh, I'm saying all this to say, man, the only way we can build something is if we put feelings aside and have a commonality in a goal, right, amongst each other.
But we
Because
already got that though.
it's the ego that
We
makes
have
people.
that because we're doing it for the kids. We're doing it to make better young men, better young women, to prepare these kids to be better citizens and better people. We
Mhm,
have that. We got it. We just lose focus of it.
mhm. Yeah, man. I think honestly, in California, bro, it's just a little different, bro. It's like that's why when I first came here, it was like a culture shock. But like California, bro, everybody is so me, me, me. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. Yeah, it's all about me. They want to shine. And it's nobody that wants to just fall back and just be like, you know what? We got to create this type of program for these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to do that. So the commonality is this, bro. The more y'all learn, the better chances the babies have. The more chances they have of changing their life through NIL deals, the more exposure they can get, the better opportunity that they just have in general, and stuff like that. And I say this too. Y'all need to stop treating the cameraman as if they have to do what they're doing. And the
Fact.
reason I stated that is because there's no appreciation really shown to the people that film.
For real.
Nobody has to film. And I'm gonna say this too. You got okay, so and nobody will probably believe this. All right. So I grew up uh and with my cousin and stuff, him and Marshawn played on the same team, right? Him and Marshawn Lynch. I grew up with them or whatever. Marshawn wasn't the better player. My cousin was the best player on the team
That's how I
at the
be.
running back position.
That's how I be.
But guess what? It's all speculation
Fact.
because nobody was there to film. Nobody was there to do much of anything. You feel what I'm saying? The minute Marshawn Lynch went to Oakland Tech and started getting them eyes on him and started having the cameraman filming them, that man started getting notoriety. He started having people at the game when he was playing other schools that were really good, like Skyline. They were doing very well, right?
Mhm.
And then he ended up going to Cal University. But my cousin wasn't getting looked at. Nobody was filming the games.
Yeah.
So the cameraman mattered. That's the
Fact.
reason I know of a precision in a lot of games that's going on, and the kids that's doing the amazing stuff that they're doing
Fact.
because of these cameras. You know what
Man,
I'm
you gotta
saying?
think about it. Like just with the few guys that we got here in Georgia, right? Uh, Chief Bright. We forgot about Chief. Chief a dope guy. But the camera guys that we got here, combined, we probably got over 250,000 followers. We average over 100,000 views combined. And if you really want to talk about it, when you get to talking about national sports chat videos, uh, you get to talking about capture star videos, y'all do 50 to 100K alone. Why you don't want to be in front of those lenses? You don't know who out of it's 100,000 people that watch that video.
And one of them gonna go
You don't
viral.
know who that is watching that video because it don't tell you.
Right.
That
Right.
could be out of them 100,000, two of those could be two guys that can change your life. But you around here telling these people don't record my son. You biased. You only want to record. Listen, who cares? You need to be telling him, hey, if you got a chance, if you get a moment, catch number 5. I thank you. I thank you for even being out here. Come on, man. They don't know that this stuff is hard work. Like they think
Absolutely.
this stuff easy. Like I picked up my camera this year and I'm seeing this is hard work. This ain't easy.
And when they be asking for all them pictures, you just probably took 2,000 pictures and trying to look through them, taking all that time.
And
And
it
y'all
ain't cheap, bro.
and y'all got a hard time subscribing.
Facts.
I
Facts.
don't.
A
That's
simple
not.
click.
Hey,
One
a
click.
simple click. You can't subscribe. And I just took like 2 hours.
Man,
So
man.
the longest, like the same amount of time it took me to film it is gonna be the same amount of time it takes me to edit.
Facts.
And you can't hit a simple subscribe.
Man.
Come, bro.
Facts.
That's not even really an even exchange.
Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it did like and I'm gonna say this, Drico, and I hope they changed it. Now, AYU. Now, I'm not rocking with them right now. Okay, you know I rock with everybody, but I'm not rocking with them because they had people at the door that would just solely focus on the money, and them dudes was willing to let me walk away, as opposed to letting me film the kids and they can get some out of it. The only person that would have been getting some out of it was the AYU organization. I don't appreciate that. Y'all know when it comes to my babies, man, I'm not playing no games, bro. I'm not taking no shorts.
Yeah.
I'm not tolerating no disrespect. I don't care if you're the parent. I'm not doing it. If I feel like it's going to be a hindrance to that child, I'm going to say something, whether you like it or not. Because parents always say stuff like, what I do with my child don't affect you. It does.
Yeah.
Because what if your child become a bully?
Yeah. Or a robber.
Or a robber? Does that not affect me?
It do.
It affects me.
Yeah.
So I got something to say about it.
What if your child end up dating my child? And your child don't know how to act?
Exactly. Does that not affect us?
Yeah.
So everything that every parent does, it affects us one way or the other. And I know a lot of people they don't like hearing the truth, but it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all gotta be more respectful, bro. Y'all see, when I advocate not just for me, it's for everybody. And it's to benefit your child. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Go ahead and end us out, Drico. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Also go to EYSN and make sure y'all subscribe.
Nah, for sure, man. First let's shout out Tim, man. Coach Tim came in and he been locked in with us tonight. So give a big shout out to Coach Tim. Of course, give a shout out to Sports Fanatic. I know he's not here, but that's one of the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Also, give a shout out to you, Ken, for just being able to provide this platform. And I appreciate the opportunity for even coming on and getting invite to come on and chop it up with you. We need more conversations like this. In my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, go follow me, EYSN, one EYSN on Instagram, EYSN on Facebook, EYSN on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. It's free.
It's free. That's it. All right, Drico, man. Appreciate you coming on, man.
All good. Appreciate you, bro.
All right.